Hello, if you're new here, my name is Emily and I do paper crafting videos. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I'm going to be making a sweet story tag flip. This is for Stephanie and it's going to be part of our birthday swap. So you will see just a little bit of birthday themed items coming into play as well. So I'm using a variety of different collections here, and I know that every time I film a tag flip I always say that it's like my favorite tag flip, but I really do love this tag flip. It turned out so pretty and I just love the different combination of collections and the color scheme that I chose to do for a lot of the tags. Some of them are a little bit monochromatic and then the other ones are super bright and pinks and greens and blues, so it's just really fun and I love working with this collection and pairing it with other things in my stash. So yeah, so this is the cover tag and it's actually a shaker tag that I made. I mainly use sequins in it, but there's also a few buttons that you can kind of see in there. There's a purple one at the top. So that is the actual base of the tag, and then for the cover I'm combining a few different label stickers. This is from the Heidi Swap Emerson Lane collection. I really need to get another sticker pack of this because the labels in here are so fun to use, and I think that it's so nice to have as kind of like a background layer whenever you're adding some chipboard and some stickers on top. So it's kind of a nice base. So I stapled those together, and then the focal pieces of this tag are the little bubblegum machine and then the floral chipboard piece down at the bottom. So yeah, I'm still kind of working on my base and just layering it up. Yeah, I hope that you guys are doing well. I know that this is a little bit longer of a tag flip video. Normally they're like 10 or 15 minutes. They're never usually 20 minutes. I think it was just because I had so many tags in this video, and I also just had a lot more content to work with than I usually do for a tag flip. I usually go into a tag flip having a really straightforward idea, but I think that because I had so many things out on my desk that I was just having so much fun playing and trying to combine different things here. So I think that's why the video is a little bit longer, but yeah, if you have not seen any of my other tag flip videos, I'm going to link some of those below for you. I have quite a few now. I think my other favorite one besides this tag, I really love the heritage tag that I did last year around this time of year. I think it was a little bit closer to November, but I used a heritage collection and it was the first thing that I made once I got that collection, and it was just so pretty. I think I just had so much to work with because I had just gotten it in, so I used a ton of chipboard and the ephemera was really pretty, and so I just really went crazy on that one. It was super chunky, but I just love the colors in that collection as well. It's a lot more muted, which I have a little bit more easy of a time working with more muted colors rather than brighter colors because it's hard to find things that match when the colors are super vibrant. Whereas if they're muted, I feel like I have more stuff in my stash that I can kind of match it to and pull out and kind of use as layers for the tag. So I'm going to link that one in the description. Like I said, I'll probably link a few more down there just in case you want to binge watch some tag flips. That's always fun. So yeah, and if you guys have any creators that you really like watching their tag flips, you should comment them down below too, because I really love watching tag flip videos. I like watching flip books, pocket letters, and rosettes. I think those are like my top favorites. So sometimes I just have like a playlist going and I just watch all kinds of those crafty videos because those are just so fun to watch. I really like seeing the way that different creators use collections and kind of use them together or combine them with other stuff. I don't know, it's just really fun to me. So those are kind of my favorite ones to watch. I used to be really into watching like scrapbook videos and stuff, but as I kind of stopped scrapbooking, which the main reason that I stopped was just because I didn't really have the time to anymore. It just takes a while for me to like get the pictures printed and get everything out and ready to be in the mindset to scrapbook. Like once I get all of my pictures printed, I'm always so tired of it that I'm like, I don't even want to scrapbook anymore. I don't know if you guys can relate to that, but yeah, I just don't watch scrapbooking videos that much anymore. They're not as fun for me. I prefer to watch stuff that I know that I can make, and kind of get motivation to do like a similar project. So if I'm like in a rut and I want to make a flip book, but I'm not feeling super creative or inspired, then I'll try to watch some videos, and that usually kind of gets me motivation to make my own and kind of put a twist on it, maybe use a different collection. I'm sure you guys can relate. But yeah, so I kind of got off of track here, but this is the second tag that I made. And if you're wondering what the stickers that I used for the first one and the second one are, on the first one it's the little blue banner, and then on the second one it's the present chipboard that's kind of the focal point. Those are actually from the Fine and Dandy collection by Dear Lizzy. This is a super old collection, and it's kind of birthday themed slash treat themed. There's like a lot of cakes and cupcakes and stuff in there. So I pulled that out because I've had it in my stash forever. I never do birthday mail, so I have a lot of birthday stuff that I just don't use. So I was really happy to be able to pull it out and try to incorporate it on the tag flip. And luckily the colors for the Fine and Dandy collection were very similar to the Sweet Story, so I feel like they worked really well together. So you can see that I used that present, which was like a light pink and a green color, and then it works so well with like the butterfly and the background paper for those are both Sweet Story, and I was just like so happy about that because I can finally use this collection now. And it's also nice to just have collections that work well together. And normally what I do like storage wise is I'll actually store the collections together, so that way if I ever get it out, then I have more to work with than just the collection itself. So I have like more pieces now, almost double the amount of pieces that I would have if I just kept the regular Sweet Story collection. And then it's also a reminder to kind of like use that stuff up, because if not, then I probably wouldn't have used it because I don't have paper for it. And I don't really like using random paper. I mean, I guess I could because I do have a lot of scrap paper, but I prefer to use like paper for a collection that goes with the stickers and the ephemera and everything like that. So now whenever I get my Sweet Story collection out, I have it mixed in with the Fine and Dandy and then a little bit of the carousel as well. So it just gives me a lot more to work with, and it kind of makes it a little bit more appealing because it's not just one collection and one color scheme. I've managed to incorporate several different things into collection. I got a little rambly there. I hope that makes sense for you, but yeah, I always try to store stuff together if I know that it works well with each other. So that was the third tag, and I kept that one kind of simple because I really, really liked that background paper and I wanted all of the colors to show through. So I just kind of kept everything in the middle with a few things on the side, so that way you could still see all of the colors show through. And now I am on the fourth tag. So I have a pretty big starting piece here. I really love this chipboard piece from the Sweet Story collection. It's so pretty to me, and it actually was a little bit hard to work with because it was so big. I didn't want to cover the chipboard completely up because I really like it, and I think that it's so simplistic and it actually is really beautiful that way. So I didn't want to add too much to the tag, but I did just add a few things to kind of surround it diagonally to kind of draw your eye towards it. So I added the little flower in the corner, which I love. I think it pairs so well with the chipboard. That flower is actually from the carousel collection. And then I added a little label sticker that's from the Heidi Swap, and then the puffy sticker, the bow at the top, is from Carousel. And I actually didn't know this, but they still carry some of the Carousel collection at Joann. So I went there recently and I was just browsing through like the thickers and the stickers that they have, and they had a bunch of the Carousel puffy stickers, the Carousel chipboard, the Carousel thickers, and then I think that they had the regular stickers there as well. If not, then I got that from Tuesday Morning. I can't remember where I got it. But yeah, I was really surprised by that because I know that Carousel has been out for a while, but I also know that it's like a fan favorite, so I think maybe that's why they have kept it so long, is that it sells really well. Let me know if Carousel is your favorite collection. Most of my friends prefer Carousel, I think. I really love it too. It's really hard not to like it just because of all of the colors that they managed to incorporate in the collection, and they still look so pretty together. So it's definitely a favorite for me too. So on this 5th tag here, I was trying so hard to use this red balloon, and looking back now, I was like, why did I want to use that? Like, it is so bright and just in your face, and it doesn't match anything that I was putting on the tag. So eventually I do pull that off, so don't worry if you're wondering like, why the heck are you trying to use that red balloon? It doesn't even match. I do take it off. I think I take it off right here, and it doesn't end up coming back. So I just kind of kept this one more of like a blue color scheme with the black and white background. And I did kind of prep my tags. I do that a lot whenever I'm making tag flip videos. Like if I know I'm going to make a video, I normally go ahead and prep them, because adding the trim, the stitching, like little banner pieces, tools, stuff like that, or making it a shaker, it normally takes me a good while. So it'll usually take me about a full hour to cut all of the tags out. Sometimes I use a die, and then sometimes I use, I have the We Are Memory Keepers tag tool. I don't really know how else to describe it, but basically you line up your piece of paper and then it'll tell you where to cut the corners. And so I use that a lot because it's a lot quicker than doing dies. It just depends on how many tags I'm going to have. If I'm not going to have that many, then I'll do the dies, because I feel like it's a little bit more cohesive when you have a die, and I like the way that the edges are. But for this one, since I did have a lot of tags, I decided to just cut off the corners using that tool. So after I did that, then I just went ahead and prepped them. I figured out which types of trims that I wanted to use, and then I tried to decide which tags I wanted them on. And I don't always have like a game plan in my head for whenever I do that. Sometimes I just throw trim on there and kind of hope that it works out and doesn't get in the way. More than not, though, that it always ends up working out, and it kind of adds a little bit of appeal to it. Another reason why I do that too is because sometimes whenever you're making a tag flip, I get so caught up in decorating that I'll forget to add things like trim or banners like you see on this one, stuff that's kind of is in the background that's still a little bit important. So that's why I do it beforehand, just to kind of make sure that it still makes the cut, rather than filling up the tag with so many decorations that I forget about it. So hopefully that makes sense. I don't know if you guys do that too. Do you guys have like a straight routine that you do whenever you make a tag flip? I definitely almost always do it that way, like cutting the tags, prepping them, adding trims, stitching, and then I go in and kind of lay them out in the order that I want the tags, and then I start decorating. It's just kind of what's worked for me over the years. Like I make a lot of tag flips because, like I said, they're always one of my favorite things to make, especially whenever I get a new collection. It's fun to have a lot to work with when you make a tag flip, because you can make them so appealing and suit the collection so well. So yeah, through time, I just find myself always going back to this technique and kind of prepping the tags. So where am I at in this video? Let me catch up. So I just did that banner one, and I used the unicorn sticker from the carousel collection, which I love so much, but I found it really hard to use. I don't know why. I feel like it's just kind of an awkward sized piece. So I was really happy to be able to use it on that tag, because I feel like it matched the colors so well. And I used a rainbow from Sweet Story behind it, and I just thought it was so cute. That one and the cover are probably my favorite tags that I made in this video. I just think they're so cute. And now I'm moving on to this tag, which I kept really simple as well. Since I already have that trim on the bottom, I didn't want to do too much on the top so that you could still see it. So what I did was I added these chipboard candles. These are from the Fine and Dandy collection as well, from the little chipboard set. And then I added a label behind those, which is from the Heidi Swap stickers. And then I pulled out this lovely sticker, which I knew that I wanted to use because it fit the size of the tag really well. So I put that on top of the candles and the label. I added some foam to the back of it as well, and then I just kind of overlapped it with a trim that was at the bottom. And then I add this little bird, and I think that's it for this one. I end up adding a few enamel dots, but other than those, yeah, it's just really simple, and I think it's cute like that. I like to mix it up. I like having really chunky and layered tags, and then having some that are really simple. I don't know. I just try to think about what I would like to receive in a tag flip. And sometimes it's fun to take somebody else's tag flip and be able to pull off tags to use and one that you are making. So sometimes if I'm working with a specific collection where I've already received mail using that collection from a pen pal, then I'll look at what they sent me and see if I can use anything that they sent or made in my own project or in my own swap, if I'm using that collection, or and if they didn't send, if I'm not sending it back to them. Like obviously if I'm doing a Sweet Story swap with somebody, I'm not going to take the mail that they sent me from Sweet Story and then use it to send back to them. I mean, I don't think it would be that weird. I've definitely used stuff that people have sent me in swaps, more so like stickers and like tool and trim, like things that they've sent as gifts and then used it in a swap and then sent them mail with it. But I don't know if I would use like their own like tags and stuff like that. I don't know. Have you guys ever done that before? I don't think it would be rude or anything, but it would just be kind of weird, I think, getting something back that you made, you know? Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. I forgot what I was going to say, but yeah, I just try to reuse stuff when I can. I think that's what I was saying. All right, so now I'm on the second to last tag, and this one turned out really cute. I just really love the way that the labels look with this collection and kind of having them as a background piece. So here I layered up 2 labels. One of them was from Heidi Swap, and then I think the other one was actually from Sweet Story. So I layered those on top of each other, and then at the bottom I already had this chipboard piece picked out. So this was a little phrase sticker, and then I added a floral piece behind it. I'm trying to use up this little banner piece because I had used it on the cover of the first tag, and so I wanted to try to use up the last piece of it since it didn't fit all the way on the first one. So I managed to do that here, and then I didn't hot glue it on video, but I did have to go in and hot glue it because it was falling off, because it was such a small piece. It didn't really want to stay, and plus this paper is kind of hard to work with because the glitter on the dots is like textured, so it's kind of hard to get things to stick to it unless you use glue. So I did go back and fix that, and then I'm adding a little bird into the middle. And you can see I pulled it off because last minute I decided that I wanted to use this gold heart. I tried to use gold hearts on several of the tags so that way it was cohesive. And the smaller gold hearts I actually got from Louise in an embellishment box, which if you guys haven't seen me unbox that mail, make sure to check out my last video that I posted. You should be watching this one Thursday. I think that I posted the other one on Tuesday. So I'm also going to link it down in the description box because she sent me amazing mail. It was so beautiful. And I love the embellishment box that she sent because it has all kinds of little tiny hearts and charms and just all kinds of really cool stuff like that. So one of the coolest embellishment boxes that I've ever gotten. Another really cool one that I got was from Angela, which was kind of along the same lines. It was like small little resin pieces and hearts and tassels and charms and stuff like that. I love getting that in mail. That's like definitely my favorite thing to get is embellishment boxes. I think there's so many different ways to customize them as well, and I find myself using that the most. Like whenever pen pals send me stuff, I always use my embellishment boxes in future projects. So I was really happy to have that out on my desk and find those and use them on this tag flip because I feel like they go so well together. And yeah, now I'm working on my last tag, and I know that there's another one that you can kind of see in the corner. It's like the gold stripes one, but I don't know what happened to that one because whenever I went to decorate it, it was like gone. I couldn't find it. So you just see this as a last tag, which is fine because I probably did too many anyways. So yeah, this was the last tag that I made, and then now I'm just going to show you them all up close, and I add a few finishing touches on each one. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you want to see the full birthday mail that I ended up sending to Stephanie, as well as the tag flip once it has the charms and the tassels and all that onto the binding ring, then make sure to check out that video. I'm going to link that one as well in the description box. It's Outgoing Birthday Mail to Stephanie, I think it's called. So yeah, I hope that you'll check that out. It was really fun mail to make as well as receive. I love birthday mail so much. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!